I'm really nervous. I don't know what to expect. October 2023. That's the deadline. I am holding myself to it. This life I've chosen. Sometimes I'm presenting something in front of a big room of people, like at a tech conference, and they're all listening to me, or I'm writing a launch email about this new app I made and all the stuff it does, or I get my LLC document in the mail and I'm like, whoa. I see that CEO name title under my name. I'm like, wow, I'm a big deal, yo. This is a big moment. And most days it feels like I'm just playing dress up, startup dress up, CEO make believe, and I'm just in a room coding and being mad because everything's broke. Or I'm listening to users and they're like, man, we don't really like it. And I'm like dying inside. I'm like, okay, yeah. So it's not that epic and it's very day to day. But what I'm saying is it's a spectrum of highs and lows and super epic stuff and super normal stuff. And lucky you get to see both of it in this video. Because I'm going to share in this part a big update. In the second part, I'm going to share just every day, like what that actually looks like. And it's kind of boring and minute and real. So buckle up. This is going to be fun. Okay. We got to talk about this. I got to mention it at least. The newcomers don't know that a little over 2 months ago, my then fiance broke up with me, and that led to a whole lot of stuff. I already made a video about it, not like specifics, what happened or why, but how I coped with it, how I am coping with it, and all that fun stuff. But that needs to be said because that led to a lot of changes. It led to this new place that I got by myself. It led to a new old car, and it led to just me trying to make my social circle here in Minneapolis where I live now, and my runway, big implication on the runway with all that stuff. So that needs to be said. And with this new scenario I have in front of me now, it made me reevaluate like what I'm doing, and I came to a decision with all this in mind, and this is the epic part. The decision is an ultimatum that I'm setting for myself, a deadline of sorts, where I have until October 2023, so this will be a year since the breakup, or 10 months since I'm restarting the work on it. I have until then to make the app, one, profitable, and two, like showing very reliable, predictable opportunities for growth. Like that it's going up, it's not stagnating, that there's potential to keep growing it and to make a good living from it for myself and for anyone else I bring along. So October 2023, that's the deadline. I am holding myself to it. I'm putting it out there. It is meant to set a boundary, set expectations, and hold myself accountable. Also to preserve my sanity a bit, because in the past I was really resistant to this kind of a deadline, to this kind of a thinking, and I want to just go all in on this and figure it out. And that was okay for a while, but it's been a while. It's been a minute since I've been doing this, and I can't keep living in a small apartment forever. I want my own place. I want a yard. I want a dog. I want to raise a family and all that fun stuff. So this is meant to add a little boundary for the workaholic, obsessive calendar guy from just the Tyler who wants a happy, stable, good life. And I feel like it's plenty time to figure it out. If it were to have potential, and if I were to be the one to make it happen, like 10 months is enough, probably more than enough. So that was the part one of the big decisions. And part two is that I got a job. So on top of all the other stuff I was doing, I was interviewing, and it's a part-time job. I've only been looking for part-time jobs, and that's because when I work full-time, especially when I code full-time, I found that I don't have the mental energy to code well, at least, or for a long time at least, to do meaningful creating. I have enough in there to do like bug fixes and maintenance and updates and stuff, but adding big new features and all that stuff, just like my brain is mush, and it's really hard to do that. So knowing that I'm having until October 23 to give myself, I want to reserve some time to really put in a lot of effort and give this a go. So when I was looking for jobs, I was only looking for part-time jobs, and the one I took, which I haven't even started yet, is a code mentoring position, software engineer, code mentor for a boot camp. So this is where people go to learn like development really quickly in a condensed way, and it's like I'm a TA, and I haven't started yet, but that is a big thing. So there's the updates. The implications of all that are that I'm being even more focused on a certain path, which is bootstrapped. I was entertaining venture capital for a while, and I was spending a lot of time looking for co-founders before, like cold emailing people, going to these events, and I would still love a co-founder. I really want one, but and like funding would be nice, but now I'm just focused on making it like a real thing, getting money, making it profitable, and then if the co-founder comes along, or I don't plan to raise venture capital anytime soon, but I'm also not focused on making it too general purpose, the app it is. Like before, I wanted it to be really scalable, and I was thinking about a lot of use cases, and now, as you'll see in a future video when I share more about the new features, it's very narrow. It's going to be very opinionated. Some people are going to love it, some are going to hate it, and that's okay, because the people who love it, I'm hoping, will pay for it, and that'll solve the money issues. Overall, just my feeling on this sunlight's all up in me. I feel with this deadline and the job, I feel really relieved. And now that like this isn't everything, this isn't dictating my whole life, and I have some boundaries, I feel really relieved, because even if plan A doesn't work out, I know I'll be okay financially and mentally. And I feel like almost playful about it, where I got this time to do my best and to focus as much as I can, and just let the rest play out how it will, and be okay with that. And that's like a big weight off my shoulders. So, which, by the way, reminds me, if that sounds like a cool thing to follow along for, you should subscribe, because YouTube, as of right now, is actually a big priority, and I will be sharing a lot more stuff. So subscribe, and you'll get to see how it goes too. That was the big stuff. That was the big reveal, my announcement. This is what that looks like. So, like I said, it's been 2 months since the breakup and since getting my life back together again. And in that time, I haven't been coding. It was just like too hard to focus. I could have forced myself to, but I'm glad I didn't. And I focused that energy more on healing and learning about myself, and taking time with friends and family, and all the other necessities of moving. And so I haven't done anything code related for that time. And I was scared to get back into it before I was ready, and I was afraid it would be broken, like dependencies would have changed, or something about the app was like really fickle, or like I forgot a lot of the code and how it works. And so I was worried like I would go back and it would be so complicated that I wouldn't even know what I wrote. And so I thought it'd be fun to show that moment and how it started. And so you also get to see where it's at right now. The app, you'll get to see how it looks to just start it up and debug and troubleshoot. So let's see it. This is me after 2 months at my computer, ready to code, thinking like, it's time, I can do this. And here's how it played out. Woo! I'm really nervous. I don't know what to expect. I've had this before where I revisit the code after a while and it just works. And it's like, oh, wow, how did it do that? And then I've had it other times where the code's kind of a mess and it's complicated and it doesn't work and it takes weeks to get back to where it was working. And it's been so long that I kind of forgot how the code works. And so I'm a little nervous, and I'm hoping past me did current me a favor, but let's find out. So, okay, shit. I got my IDE fired up for the first time in a while, and I have 2 files open. On one of them's one of the main files, and it's clean. I like the spacing. I like the white space. I can tell I broke things out into a lot of little pieces. And I'm just going to start with the tests. Okay. Time for a break. Let's take a break. 6-second break. This is good timing. I started adding this because I get really tense when I work. And so the breaks are a good reminder. So, okay. Interesting. I'm seeing my old terminal output where 2 tests were failed. So, and 84 are passing. So I'm going to test that out again. We're just going to do the web, see if the web portion is working. If something were to break catastrophically, it'd probably be the front end stuff. All right, I'm seeing warnings about configuration with the test, but they are running. Okay, we got 70 passed. Skip this. 74, 79. The last ones are like the interaction tests, as I remember. We're gonna pretend what a user would do. Whoa, they all passed, and I haven't changed anything since then. Okay, don't question it too much. Just maybe last time I was running low on RAM and that just caused some timeouts. Let's go with that. I'm going to test the back end. I remember there are a lot fewer tests on the back end, and they're mostly logic. 21 passed. Okay. I think we're ready to boot it up and hope for the best. So, a dev web, yarn dev web. I forgot the command to even start it. YDW, I think that's it. Yarn run. It's yarn run web. Okay. It's bundle and it's serving yarn. Oh geez. Forgot how to use a mouse too. Oh, I'm so nervous. YDB for yarn dev backend. Starting the backend. And it's thinking. Oh, it's running port 3000. Here we go. Let's open up a website, web browser. I like doing Chrome because most of my stuff is on Brave, and then it just keeps it separate. I feel like more people use Chrome than Brave. All right, we're to the home page. We got to log in. I like that. It's been long enough. This comes up a couple times. I remember that happening. And we're gonna sign in. Pop-up looks good. There's my test account. I need to verify it. I haven't done it. But I haven't been working on it. What do I expect? All right. So we're in. And oh yeah, I moved the today over to the right. I forgot I did that. Cool. I like it there. It opens up the left side a lot, and I forgot I must have done that towards the end. Okay. in terms of the layout, this looks, let's just move around. I remember N for next, P for previous, that's good. Okay, today's always there, even when I'm on the current week. And if I remember right, if I press T or today when I'm on to it, it scrolls down. Oh, it still does that. I forgot it did that. All right, let's just try collapsing stuff. That's working. I like it. All right, here's my someday forum. Okay, right. I made it a little simpler. Awesome. I remember I worked a lot on the clicks. So I remember if I click on the main thing, that should close. Click up here, that should close. Click down here. Double click, it doesn't close. Click the all day pane, that should close. Remember typing escape? Yep, that still works. All right. This, when I go on the main grid, a lot of stuff can go wrong on the main grid. So let's try that. We'll make one from, that's good. That's good. 5 to 7 a.m. We're going for a morning run. 5 to 7 a.m. Okay. Oh boy. 410. Bad request. Okay. Well, it had to be something. Let's check the back end. Okay, so right, this is a sync thing because this happens because I haven't finished the two-way sync fix. So if a user right now logs in and then their session expires and they don't do any changes, and I don't manually refresh their stuff, then after a certain number of days, like it's either between 5 and 14, it becomes inactive. And what I need to do at that point is to like get rid of it, the data, or reconnect it with Google, but I haven't done that yet. And so what I'm going to do is delete the user entirely and start like from scratch, and so we won't run into that issue, and hopefully I'll be able to still do regular stuff, and that'll be the only thing wrong, and then I go back and fix that and we're all good. We'll see. So this will require me to use my CLI that I built. So I think it's something like cal test 1. All right, that's running. This CLI took a lot of work, but it saves a lot of time just because otherwise I had to go into the database, into multiple collections or tables, and finding all the references, and just doing a simple resetting data was like a lot of work. And so I wouldn't do it, and then it would just get out of whack. So I spent a lot of time to make this super easy, which it is so far. It's asking if I want to continue. I'm typing yeah, typing Y for yes, and look, it deleted the priorities, the calendar list, the events, and the user. So now I think the session should be expired, and I think it is. If I maybe create something new, no. All right, we're gonna do it manually by logging out, and we're gonna do the whole shebang again. Continue. Okay, here we go. Let's do another morning run. For myself. Oh, yes. Yes. That's a relief. Oh, it's going good so far, guys. All right. I remember being able to hide the times. Let's try that. Hover. It's pretty simple. I really loved this feature when I first made it, and now I'm kind of like, but it's here. The drag, let's try the drag. Times are updating. Looks like, let's just check Google to make sure it updates here. So it went to the 7th, I think. There it goes. And we're gonna try it the other way now. So Okay, this might break it because it's so short. But we're gonna go to another week and then come back. And yep, it's gone. I think that might be expected. I don't know. I thought it should work for 15-minute intervals. But now it's gone. Wait, I'm on the wrong week. 7 to 9. So the two-way syncing might be off because Google has it at 7 a.m. today. Now it's totally gone. Or wait, no. Okay. I must have hard coded today to be this week in November when it's actually over here, and there it is. Again. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, okay. Interesting. So today, the today button is just scrolling down to the current hour, but it's not going to the current week. Just do a couple other features that it should do. And upload my YouTube video. That looks good. Let's drag it over to the actual day. Let's do it all day. Okay, I'm so relieved it's up and running. Oh, thank you for being on that journey with me. Oh, I can't tell you how scared I was about this, and it's all good now. So shout out past me, shout out old developer Tyler for doing this well. That was fun, huh? That was fun. That was wholesome. They're the big moments, but those are far and few in between, right? And that there are a lot of little wins, and I wanted to celebrate that. That felt really good, and it was just a little motivation I needed to keep going and start getting into my coding groove again. So thanks for watching that. If you liked this kind of stuff, which you must if you made it this far, then reminder to subscribe. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.